Welcome to Let's Talk Tail Waggers. I have a lovely guest today. Lynette's here from the Washington Area Humane Society, and when you hear the story about this little baby, it will break your heart. But before we get started, I would like to say thank you to my camera person. Thank you, sir. BPTV's all volunteers, and you are more than welcome to come up and do a show or learn how to do cameras. And if you have a passion about something and you like to talk about it, I think BPTV is a wonderful place to come. It is a wonderful corner of the world. And we are having some raffles this year for our scholarship. And you can go to Evie Hardware or up here to the library. And there is a beautiful grill that we're raffling off. We've never done this before. BP's never done this before. But we really like to help a youngster. So this year we're stepping out and doing it up big. And there's one for the ladies with pocketbooks and designer pocketbooks. And there's going to be a bingo, and it's going to be lots of fun. So if you get a chance, stop at either place, and it would really be appreciated. So now the business is over. Hi, baby girl. I am so glad to see you. I've had people asking me how come I've been doing so many shows with the Washington Area Humane Society. Yeah. But I just feel that it's necessary.
Well, we appreciate it.
I just follow the Lord's vibes, really. And we do get a message out, to a lot of people, and a message. Today we're going to talk about all the things that you're going to be having and doing.
We have a lot going on.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart coming for the Tail Waggers.
You're welcome. I love coming out here and being able to feature an animal and talk to the community about what we're doing.
Yeah.
What we have available for them.
And you do have kittens. Some kittens have come in, right?
We do. We have a couple of kittens right now. They were a little too feisty to bring.
They'd be climbing.
We'd be chasing them all over.
Now, what about puppies? How'd you do on puppies? Not too many this year?
We did have some puppies very recently. They go so quickly, though. We put them up and tell people we have them, and within 2 days, they're all spoken for and have new homes. So it's exciting for us to see the puppies go so quickly. But we still have a lot of animals there that are just waiting for their home, and some that have been there for a while. We're hoping to Gummy Bear, who we brought last time.
Yeah,
sweet girl's still there.
Oh,
she's still there.
Gummy Bear, I'm going to pray for her.
Yeah, we got to find her a home really quick, and she's featured in our newsletter, and we had her on your show. Yeah. So we're hoping we can get her somewhere quickly.
Yeah, she will.
Home.
She will.
She's such a sweet dog.
Yeah, look at this. She wants me. I think she wants me to hold her. What do you think?
I think we picked a good one for
this week.
Yes,
I think you want Aunt Susie hold you?
You're stuck with her. She'll stay on your lap the whole time.
Oh, I don't care. Who cares?
But
this little baby girl, if we can get her little face around here, her name is Iceland. And please tell her sad story. When you hear the story, this is going to really break your heart.
She came in to us on one of the coldest days of the year. It was one of those frigid, freezing days. She had been found frozen in a parking lot at Staples, and the Good Samaritans brought her into the shelter. When we brought her in and took her back into our medical room, she had no temperature at all. It didn't even register. So we got her warmed up. And got her temperature back up and treated. She's got a little sore on her back leg from being out, but we were able to get her back to health, and we're so happy that she's such a sweet cat, and she doesn't seem to have let any of that faze her, and she'll stay snuggled for days.
And boy, does she have a purr.
She is purring up a storm.
And it just makes you feel so good.
And she's a young cat. She's a little over a year old. And she, again, was
And she's
found.
so tiny.
She's small. She's a small,
She's just so tiny.
small kitty.
But do you think maybe she got lost?
It's possible. She, because of her age, she managed to survive that long. So we think maybe she had wandered from a home, and just didn't have any microchip or identification on her. So
Yeah.
when they found her, she was in pretty bad shape. But we,
I guess it took a long time to warm her up.
It did. You
How
have to
would
do
you
it
warm her
slowly.
up, with blankets?
we actually have like a little incubator.
Oh.
And kept a heating pad in there with her, and it's what we use a lot of times for kittens or puppies when they're really tiny, and they need some help. But we were able to put her in there and like to treat that back leg. She's been favoring it a little bit, but I don't think there's
okay.
any permanent damage.
No, I think she's going to be okay. Yeah.
I think she'd be
You
great.
going to leave?
We had the Paramount Senior Living group come out this week, and we had her down to visit with them. And she was perfect. She just sat in their lap and let them pet her. And they had the best time with her and a couple of her kitty mates. And so she's definitely she's available for adoption. She's been spayed, vaccinated.
And if she could just melt into you, she would.
She would.
She just truly would. She's just a dear little baby.
And for her being so young and just to have that kind of that old spirit to her, she just wants to.
Oh, well, she used up one
love.
life.
She
She
did
still
use
got
up
how many to go?
So we know of one that went. So there's eight more at least.
8 more, huh? You got to. Oh, and her eyes are just so gorgeous. Yes, so is. It's a good
She just
baby girl.
sucks you in. She's a good kitty. But this, we wanted to bring some kittens in and cats in to really emphasize this is the time right now to really consider getting your animal spay and neutered if it's not already. Even if it's an outside one, there are lots of programs. We're actually pretty booked for our surgeries with our vets, but they have other options. There's different groups that will do them and give you a really good price, especially for ferals. They really want to get those cats spayed and neutered.
Oh, my goodness.
So we can prevent having some of these unwanted litters and situations where the shelters are overrun with kittens.
Well, we
soon.
don't have to worry about her because she's spaded and she's ready to go.
I don't know that she'll be around the shelter very long.
No,
She's a
I
real-
don't know. And she's holding on to me with everything that she has. Huh? Her little feet. She's
I don't
just
know,
a
maybe
dear.
you guys need an office cat.
I have 2 kitties at home. I think if I took her home, they'd probably leave. Huh? They're so spoiled and rotten. Huh?
We did. We had someone come in the other day asking about, how do you do cat meet and greets? And we don't usually do a cat meet and greet because bringing your cat into the shelter is very stressful. Cats just don't adapt as well as dogs to changes
you bring
in
a kitty
environment.
home, the other ones disappear, and then you just go about your way. And
They eventually will learn to coexist if they don't learn to just become best buddies. But
yeah, they most of the time become best buddies.
they do. They do.
They do.
I don't think we've seen a cat return for that reason.
I had one, my Andy Pandy Sissy Boy, I called him, and I brought a kitty home and set it down, and he went under the couch.
Yeah.
And he was this great big huge brown thing. And I thought, you little rodent, under the couch. He stayed under there, and I went down to the vet's and I said to the doc, I said, hey doc, I said, Andy's under the couch and he's not going to come out. I brought a baby home. And I said, well, what's going to happen? And Kathy, his wife, said, well, maybe he's never going to come out. And I went,
Oh, no.
yeah.
They get hungry enough.
Yeah, and he did.
They
He
come
would,
out,
the first 3 days, he'd sneak out at night,
Yeah.
go out and eat. And then after that one day, he just said, well, I am going to, there's your mama over there. She wants you, babe. She's,
I think she just wants to hang out.
yeah, her little foot's bad. Maybe I was pushing on her foot. And he finally came out, and they're the best of friends. And
Cats are very adaptable once they're in their environment.
And it's best not to push them on one another.
Right.
They have to do it themselves.
I just brought in a little baby myself that I fell in love with and introduced her to my 3, and it took a couple weeks for them to get settled, but now I wouldn't say they're best friends yet, but
They will be.
it takes a little while, but I think she's going to be.
And they get
just fine.
closer and closer. Don't you fall off the table. That's what I'm afraid of. Okay, we're going to talk about some of the things that are going on at the Washington Area Humane Society.
Like I said, we have a lot going on. It's warmed up finally. We can, knock on wood, see the rest of winter in our distant past here pretty soon. So we have very quickly coming up, May 3rd is our pancake breakfast. I've got a flyer here with our pancake breakfast information, and it's coming up on May 3rd at the American Legion out there in Poston off of Pike Street. That's from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. May 3rd. We're going to have all-you-can-eat pancakes. We're going to have some exciting guests out there. We've got Whip from 105.90X and Val Porter from DVE coming out.
I'm getting goosebumps.
They're going to help us out, and we're working on a few more surprises and lots of raffle baskets. And, of course, all the proceeds go to the Humane Society.
Everything goes to the Humane Society.
Yeah. We had some really wonderful sponsors that helped us out. Eaton Park's providing the pancakes and syrup, and Turner's is providing some drinks. We just had Albert's Meat Packaging donate some sausage.
Wow.
Some financial donors, sponsors, Thrivent Financial. We've got Pleasant Valley Veterinarian Clinic and ConnectTel all helping us out with expenses and getting this covered.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah.
And volunteers, lots of volunteers.
Everything is volunteered, and the time to cook and all that is volunteered.
We need an army of volunteers to help. So if you're interested, please come on out and give the shelter a ring. We'll set you up and get you flipping some pancakes.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't have anything else better to do.
Yep.
I saw in this one about poisoning.
Yes, there's a lot of, our recent newsletter has some information, a really nice article.
And this is very, very nice. If you send a donation, then you send.
We'll send it per request too. If you want to start receiving our newsletters, we'd be happy to send that out to you.
Because there are so many interesting and wonderful things in here to learn.
Yes. Yeah, one thing we wanted to make sure people were aware of is definitely as these flowers are starting to bloom, there are some that are poisonous to animals. A lot of your Easter flowers, your lilies, and other ones are, you just have to keep an eye on what your animal is getting a hold of. We think in the winter the poinsettias are toxic to the animals, but there's also a lot of the spring flowers coming up that you just have to watch and know what to do when something happens. Some of it is pretty mild, but some of it can be fatal.
I don't think people realize that some of the house plants can hurt a cat or a dog.
Right.
And I get so many lovely things because I'm a school guard too, and friends send me things, Christmas time, and I have to either put them in a room where I can open up and go hi, because of the kitty cats will eat them.
Right.
And I don't care where you hide them; the little stinkers find them. So I just go, oh well. And if you want to do anything, send money to Washington Area Humane Society.
We appreciate the support again, and there's lots of things too out there. Some different websites. I was able to find this on the Pet MD website, a really informative article. So we found recently that people are going to the internet, and there's some good information out there if something were to happen to your animal and you need some immediate information.
And what else do we have in here? What else are you guys going to be? The rabies shot thing.
Rabies clinic, April 26th. It's the last Sunday of the month. It's our first one of the year, so it's a big one. We get a really big turnout for that because we have a lot of people coming back for their yearly shots. They got it last year at this time, and so they're coming back. And
now that's going to be on April 26th.
April 26th, 8 a.m. to 12 noon at the shelter. We have it there at the shelter.
And you get rabies shots, and other shots range from $12 to $17. Then you can get
microchips, yes.
Which if you're going to get a shot, you might as well do that too.
Right.
And nail trimmings, which is excellent.
I'm scared of doing the nails myself. So
Really?
I do. I get them done. I'm just always so nervous about it. Because my dogs have black back claws. So we have to, you have to be very careful when you're trimming those, not to cut that quick, and they can bleed.
I've done about 30,000 of them.
Oh, I'll bring mine to you next time.
I've groomed all my life, and yeah. What is it? What else do we have? The paw, the art.
The Picasso and Paws is June 6th at the Lone Pine Country Club. That's something really exciting for us this year. We haven't done it here at the shelter, but the animals are going to create their own artwork. We're going to set them up with canvases and paint, and they're going to walk through the paint and onto the canvas and create their masterpieces. So
yeah.
They're going to do, it's really pretty when we'll mix some colors and create a really pretty palette for the animals to work with, and then we frame them. We have them framed, and at this event we'll auction them off.
Aww.
And again, all the money is for the shelter, and we'll have other auction items there and some raffle baskets. And as always, if anyone's ever interested in partnering with the shelter on these events, simple things like a raffle basket, with your company's gift certificate or your business, we'd absolutely love to have stuff like that and help promote your company at the same time.
I think that just goes without saying that you guys, if you want to make up a big basket and take it down there and set it on the counter and give them some raffle tickets, and off we go.
Yeah. Well, and I should mention right now we have a 50-50 raffle going that's going to be drawn at the Pancake Breakfast.
Ah.
So we're hoping to get a really nice big drawing for that, and we're already up to a couple $100 on that before the event's even started. So we're looking forward to that. But I should also mention this weekend at the auto show, this Saturday.
I was just going to say,
Charlie Batch from the Steelers, former Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback, is going to come out. He's coming down specifically to meet with the animals from the Humane Society for us and do a little promotion for the event. But his draw was the animals were going to be there. So he's going to get to meet and greet with all the animals, and then he'll have an opportunity to meet with the public. So we're very excited and very honored. Now
that's going to be at the Washington County
Fairgrounds.
And
that's from 12 to 1 that he'll be there.
And it's a car show. So you guys should like to come for a car show, so we shouldn't have to drag you along.
But yeah, it's 11 to 7 both Friday and Saturday, and then we'll be there from 12 to 1 on Saturday with Charlie and the animals.
Wow. That is really bunches and bunches of things.
We do. We have a lot of stuff going on. And that's just up through June. After that, it still keeps going. We have some festivals we'll be at, the Hearts and Paws and Nottingham Car Show, and people and companies will do things for us. We've got a couple of companies right now doing drives for us. South Hills Audi just did. They sponsored Gummy Bear, actually, for the month of March, and did a donation drive for us and brought some food.
And every cent goes for the shelter.
Yes.
And we've said it just about every time that we've been on, that you receive no money other than what people donate.
Right.
And it's really a miracle that things keep going and going.
And adoptions really cover less than 20% of any of the money that comes in, because it's for this little girl, her adoption fee will be $60, and then last month we had a special and it was half off, so then her adoption was only $30.
And
and
she has her shots and she has a chip.
We put well over $100 into the animals, especially because she came in with an injury and had some special medical attention. So it's definitely more than the adoption fee is what we put into them. And just the daily, just think about a bag of cat food. If she's there for a month, she's got some food invested in her in time.
Yeah.
And the staff time working with her. And we do have volunteers that come out. And they'll come out and they'll sit with her and pet her and let her just be a cat.
Now the veterinarians volunteer their time too, huh?
The vets, we do have a contract with the vets, but they give us a nice deal for the animals at the shelter. So,
okay.
We have to cover some of their expenses as well, but it's not it would not be like us taking the animal to a vet with an office fee.
Well, then that's why you need to have some more monies.
Right. Yeah, our veterinary and our medical costs are about half of our budget. Of course, I mean, we certainly don't begrudge that because it's why we're there. But it is a lot. It takes a lot of money to make sure these guys are happy and healthy and ready to go home.
And we still talk about the Pets for U.S. Vets.
Yes.
And how's that going along?
That's
Did you
great.
check on and see if any new babies got?
We did. We had about 5 more since the last time we talked.
You're kidding.
And they're really, it's a wonderful program. I mean, they don't, people, I tell you, people don't come in looking for a free pet.
That makes my heart
But when they
sing.
find out that their adoption is sponsored because they are former military or current military, they're just so pleased. It's really that little extra boost to their day to know that they're being recognized and at the same time taking home, a really wonderful animal.
Broken heart makes a whole heart.
Yeah.
How about that Susie Smith?
Yeah.
She's the lady that thought this all up and worked so hard, and she gave me the privilege of being alongside, to help with Let's Talk Tail Waggers, and we just hope that that we can get enough donations.
Right.
That it can just keep rolling and rolling along.
And
because we did raise $30,000, but over the years,
we've definitely seen a chunk come out of it. Every time the animal is offered into a home free adoption and a 1-year clinic membership, which enables them to come back and get any boosters, any vaccines.
That's wonderful.
Nail trims for dogs and ear cleanings, and so we are really happy to be able to offer that. But it does, it does cost a little bit of money. It's coming out of that, so we would definitely
we really would appreciate it if you could think of us for the Pets for U.S. Vets. I think
you can put it in the memo line if you want to send in a check or call and let us know, and
thank you.
And we'll put it right into that account for them.
That's what I forgot to tell you, that if you do send a check down, then you just put it down at the bottom, and it will go into the checking account.
Our accountants are very good, and they make sure that that's well tracked and managed.
So how many big dogs do we have?
Right now we have a very full kennel. We've had a lot of different circumstances, and we have a lot, and we've been able to bring in some animals. We always have a waiting list because we are a no-kill facility.
No-kill.
So we have to wait until a cage is open, and then we can put them in.
Then
bring
they
them
go
in,
and then they come out.
And most of the time they're able to turn around very quickly and go back into a home.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm happy that you didn't get a slew of kittens. Although it's early.
Knock on wood. Don't jinx us yet, but
it's time to go.
I know. I think we had too much fun.
I know
today.
we always do. I hope everyone hears what we're saying and realizes that every cent, every penny goes for the pets. So if you send anything down, you should feel good about that. I think I covered the raffles. And look at this baby, just having herself a good time.
She's having a great time.
Yeah, she really is. Like always, I thank you so much for the wonderful things that you say to me when I meet you in the community. It really makes my heart sing, and I'm glad that you go, I didn't know that. That really makes me feel good that you're learning some things too. So, I want to say that I love you. I do. And thanks from all the tail waggers.